Mm, the fuck? Hey, what's up? How's it going, folks? How you doing? Let me know if the sound's okay. Can you hear me? Let me know. Well, I guess so. All right. Yeah, let me know if the sound's okay. Let me know if the sound's okay. Listen, guys, you don't even know I'm fucking killing it on so many different fronts. It's insane. Like what I'm able to do in a day, in a week, in that time frame, other people would it would take them months and months and months to make the same things happen, bro. I am just incredible. I literally am incredible. I'm unstoppable. I'm telling you. There's so much that's going on behind the scenes, so many things that I'm doing, and I'm just unstoppable. I'm just unstoppable. Every single day, every single day. I use these forces that we call witchcraft, spirits, magic to carve my own path in the world that is fucking unique. The world will know my name, I promise you. It's insane. It is powerful, powerful, powerful. Unstoppable. Call me unstoppable magician. Yeah. I'm Aurelius Sopex, the unstoppable, the bronze dawn OG of sorcery. That's what's up. Yep. How the fuck? Yo, okay, so I'm gonna start talking about today's topic, which is another lecture on money magic. I'm gonna start talking about that once we hit 20 people. Before that, just ask your questions on any topic. Go. I'm ready to answer. We're gonna go for about an hour, 60 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, depends. But you need to go now. Ask your questions. Okay. What's up, boss? How you feeling today? How I'm feeling is irrelevant. Ask me what I accomplished today. I accomplished a lot. I'm a fucking boss. I'm a king. It's incredible. Just make shit happen. That's what I do. That's what's up. Okay, guys. So post your questions. Post your questions. Post your questions. What questions do you have? What do you need to know? I'm gonna start talking about today's topic once we hit 20 people. Before that, ask any questions that you have about this topic we call money magic. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. You can also ask questions about other topics, but we need questions. Bro, it's crazy. So, fuck boys. Do you use astrology software? If so, which one? No, I do not use astrology software. I do not. Nope. I mean, if you're talking about just websites where you type in the date, you can find that. Just Google birth chart or something like that. What you do for the most part when you have when you use astrology, when you analyze something, you use the birth chart, right? And the birth chart, just type in free birth chart, and then type in the data, and it's going to give you that. There's not a specific website. I don't even know what the software is called. They're just different websites that have that feature. Hi Frank, are drop shipping, affiliate marketing, and forex trading good ways to make money? Not anymore. For drop shipping, in order to have any kind of success in drop shipping these days, you need a brand. If you don't build a brand, you got a problem. Okay, but if you can build a brand, that's okay. You can make it happen, but that's not easy to do. Um, these are things that were very profitable years and years and years ago. You know, forex trading also. Yeah, you can make money in forex, but um, you need leverage. You need leverage. You need the right information. You need leverage. You can't just use trading signals. You see, all of these markets are rigged, all of them. So you need an advantage, strategic advantage, in order to make it happen. Look, bro, can you make money in all of those? Yes, of course, but how easy is it? You have to always look at your competition. When it comes to drop shipping, look, here's the thing. Here's how you analyze a business. Yeah. One of the points is there an economic mode? If there's an economic mode, it's a good business. Okay. So let's say you pick a company that you want to buy or want to invest in, which is pretty much the same thing. You look at different factors. When is a business a good business? It's when it has a big economic mode. Okay. An economic mode could be something like a barrier to entry. Do you need a lot of capital to start the same business to compete with yours? If so, that's a good business, and that's something that you want to do. Drop shipping has almost zero economic mode. There's zero barrier to entry. Therefore, you're gonna have to compete with a lot of people. The same with affiliate marketing. Same with forex trading. So you tell me, all of those things are zero sum games. The game of money is a zero sum game always. Talk about capital markets, foreign exchange. All of that um, is a zero sum game. So what you need is a strategic advantage. All right. So the strategic advantage comes from um, you got to be laser focused on your niche. Okay. So you can if you can find a niche and can provide unique value, then you got a chance to succeed with all of those things. But just doing what everybody else does, you're gonna be toast. You know, it sounds easy. I get it. People always make it sound easy. Business is not easy. Business is fucking hard. Why? Because you're competing with the smartest people out there. Very smart people are competing with you. So you need an economic mode. If you can find an economic mode would be something like a brand. Okay. Affiliate marketing, yeah. But then again, if once again, the biggest brands have the most affiliates. So you're competing with all of those guys. You see what I mean? Forex. What you need is a unique idea. All of this drop shipping, affiliate marketing, all of that shit is not unique. You see what I mean? You have to think a certain way when it comes to business. So what you can do is find a niche, a very small niche, and establish yourself in that. I call that, or that is called a blue ocean market. You don't want to be in a red ocean market. Get my Money Magic Mastery course to understand that. Yeah, get my Money Magic Mastery program. You want to be in a blue ocean market. There, you can build a brand. There, you can don't do affiliate marketing in there. Forex is definitely not a blue ocean market. Okay, so in the beginning, you need to find something that is super niche, has a small market, obviously, but the conversion is going to be higher because you're going to be able to target very, very well. You see. Um, what's up, Frank? How might one ground abundance, say from chronic, other than having a business? Any tips to manifest with multiple streams of income? Thank you. Trying to rise up economically. What's up, Frank? How might one ground abundance, say from chronic, other than having a business? Oh, I see. Manifest is what you're saying. How do you manifest that? How do you do that other than a business? I don't know, man. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Listen, service businesses. If you don't turn look, service self-employed work, service businesses have a cap very fast. There are a couple of factors. Okay, so the value you provide times the time times the people that you provide it to. Okay, so the value multiplied with the time that it takes. No, sorry, the value that you provide multiplied with how many people you can deliver that value to, divided by the time that it needs, time that it takes to provide it. That's why you need employees. When you have employees, and the service is basically the service is standardized, you can increase the amount of people that you can provide it to. You see what I mean? So, service businesses, if you do the service yourself, have a cap very, very soon. Why? Because you're exchanging time for money. You know. Um, Other than that, bro, I don't think there's something anything else except business is the first step. I believe everybody who wants to make money, serious money, needs a business. There's no other way to do that. Now, another way to make money is obviously investing, but you need capital. You need capital in order to invest, and the capital to invest comes from businesses. The formula that I recommend everybody uses is the following: you create a business, multiple businesses, streams of income, then you use that money to buy assets. That could be another business is a great asset. Okay, those businesses then increase the cash flow, and the cash flow is then invested. You know, if you heard anything about the cash flow quadrant, that's Robert Kiyosaki's. Robert Kiyosaki put that out. Cash flow quadrant. What you need is need to get to the business owner and investor side of things to become rich. You know, so you start with business. You start with building your own business. That business gives you cash flow that you can invest into another asset, which creates more cash flow, and then you can use that to invest in the stock market or something like that. Listen, once you have enough capital, there are crazy things that you can do in the capital markets that will give you an insane return. Insane. Insane. A good business at a certain size gives you like 10% return, which is good, much better than any real estate bullshit out there, right? Now, when you learn carry trades, okay, when you learn carry trades or leveraged buyouts or something like that, you will be able to make returns of 40 to 50, sometimes 80% a year. That's insane. So carry trades, but carry trades become accessible to you once you have a certain amount of capital. I don't know if you knew this, but once you hit a certain amount in your accounts, you're going to be called by certain people, and they will invite you for to have coffee at the office, and then they have people that talk to people and they talk to customers once they hit a certain amount of money, and they give them advice on what to do with the money. You know. So if you had and those are kind of like sometimes half legal stuffs, things that is definitely not available to the normal customer. Okay. And they will do like carry trades with you. They will show you how to make 80%, how to make crazy amounts of money. All right. So you have these normal banks, these smaller banks. They're like for the normal people, the normal working class. Okay. Now let's say somebody inherits a whole bunch of money. Boom. They have 500,000 or 600,000 in their account at once. Boom. Now what's going to happen is they're they're going to be called by the bank, you know, but it's a special division of the bank, They're gonna tell him, Mr. Whatever, Mr. Smith, can we invite you for a coffee because we have a great opportunity for you. Blah blah blah. Okay. Now he's invited for a coffee. He's treated very very well. Gets a coffee. It's a nice little office, and then they will refer him. They refer him to a another corporation, another bank that is kind of like tied to this normal bank, but it's maybe based in the Cayman Islands or something like that, or it's based in you know Luxembourg or Liechtenstein or whatever, right? Now in these places you can then make great deals, okay, where you do something like a carry trade where your capital is highly leveraged, especially in these days where the interest rates are super low, right? Then you do a carry trade, you put up your capital, they give you a little bit extra, and you make 40, 50, 60, 80% of your money. You see what I mean? I promise you, the more money you have, the easier it is to make money. Why? Because people approach you at that point. You don't even know it. And that's the most basic level. That's the most basic level. You know? After that, after that, obviously there are contacts. People want to talk to you. All right. And the best deals are never, they're always off market. Best deals are always off market. So you will never, like, normal people don't see that stuff. Normal people, listen, I'm working on a deal right. I don't even want to go into my own stuff. Okay. Let's not talk about my own stuff. But I promise you that you will have access to crazy deals as soon as you hit a certain amount of money. And then it's like you just got to be smart with it, and it's just gonna blow up. You just can't be stupid. And as soon as you look, most people are not ready for money. Okay, why? They're not psychologically prepared for it. Why? Because they can't handle the idea of so much money in their account. So what are they going to do? The normal person is gonna inherit 600,000. What are they gonna do with it? Buy a stupid fucking car with it. They're gonna buy a car with it, right? That's what they're gonna do. Let's show off. Let's buy a Rolex. Let's buy a car. Fucking idiots. Dumb. Stupid. What you do with that, you let it sit there and you invest it like that. And then you can buy 10 of those fucking things within 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You see what I mean? So yeah, you gotta be able to psychologically handle that kind of money. Most people don't. First of all, they will never see that amount of money. Most people never see like 100 grand in their life. It's crazy, right? No, most people never had 100 grand in their account in their life ever, right? So they can't deal with it. They're not psychologically prepared for it. And hey, I promise you, you will never outgrow your own opinion of yourself. And you've been programmed during the first 7 years of your life. You've been programmed, and I guarantee you, it's been negative programming. Why? Because your parents were negatively programmed, and they transferred that programming over to you. They might have loved you, they might have not loved you. In either case, they gave you a lot of negative programming. You are responsible to change that. You have to take control over your programming, and then you will be able to do what other people are not able to do. Unless you do that, forget about it. You see? Um, how do you feel about people who want to begin an e-commerce business? Well, like I said, it has nothing to do with feeling. It has to do with probability and barriers to entry. If you can build a brand, that's okay. Why? Because a brand is an economic moat. So people can't compete with you for a brand. See what I mean? But if you don't have a brand, it's way too competitive these days. It's super hard to do. Super hard to do. I'm not saying you can build a brand, yes, but that takes time, obviously. That will take time and capital and all that stuff. Do you have that? Do you have capital? Do you have that stuff? See, all of these things, listen, man, all of these things, e-commerce was something to do 5 years ago when it was new. When it was new, it was a good thing because nobody was talking about it. So you don't have competition. You understand? But now everybody fucking knows about e-commerce. Everybody. This means that you have way too much competition. This means that the profit margin is way too small. So it's not useful anymore. You guys need to learn to um to look into the future. You have to look into the future and know what's going to be hype in 2, 3, 4 years, and you got to work on it now so that you can benefit from it in the future. You got to be at the forefront of it all. That's where the money is made. That's where the money is made. You see. So you should ask what is the business for the future. What is the business of the future? That would be something that you should look at. You know, absolutely. What's up, Frank? How might one ground us? I got that one. How do I transmute people's no so not so positive energy towards me into something for my benefit? Is a filtering servitor or vault effective to do this automatically? Yes, but you also have to control your own mind. You are responsible for what's going on inside of you. A servitor is not going to take care of it. A servitor can take care of the actual energy, but the problem is that most people are very, very dependent on the outside world and the reactions of the outside world to them. And based on that, they start fucking with themselves. So you also have to control, in addition to that, in addition to a servitor that takes care of the outside energy, you also, in addition to that, have to take care of your own mind and move it into the direction that you need it to go. Frank, if somebody not that good in English language, would he still be able to take advantage of English subliminals? Yes, as long as you understand them. Yes. How do we generate creativity and get in the right state of mind to find those blue ocean ideas? Um, what you can do is, how do you do that? Brainstorming. Just brainstorm. Also, blue ocean is often a combination of existing markets or existing niches. I would just create a list of niches that that already exist, and then you see how you can combine different niches. How can you bring them like together to create a very, very small niche? You know, that's a good way to do that. And if you look at it, look. Capitalism is really a reflection of the evolutionary processes in nature. It's a very natural thing. When you look at nature and how species diversify, it's very similar to how businesses do that and how markets develop. You see, you got one species that's like the let's say you got all these different animals, let's say vertebrates, and boom, all of a sudden you got a bifurcation, a bifurcation. Okay, when we're here, boom. Now you got a bifurcation, and one of those lineages now has wings. Okay, now has wings. Boom, which is a new niche, right? And then over time, you will see another bifurcation where one of them has maybe longer wings, and the other one has smaller wings. Then you have another bifurcation where one animal has four wings, and so on and so forth. You see what I mean? And those could be considered different niches, smaller and smaller markets. And you will see that there is actually a demand for all of those. What you have to know is that, see, money is economic energy. What we do with a business is we capture that economic energy. It's flowing around everywhere. Okay, people constantly spend money. They want to get rid, they love getting rid of it. So what you have to do in order to accumulate it is you have to create a business which captures that economic energy. You see what I mean? Now, what you have to understand is that money will never stop flowing, which means that demand never ends. But how do you generate demand and how do you bring that economic energy to you? You have to create demand. You create demand by creating new desire and new niches. First of all, people love spending money. Money and energy has to flow. So people will get rid of the money anyways. So they might as well give it to you. Now, how do you get them to give it to you? You got to create something, and people are going to give you their money. And ideally, it's something new. You got to trigger novelty, something that is not highly competitive, something that is not being competed with. And that's why you got to create a new niche. Okay, boom. You got to create something that is very, very niche, a blue ocean, and money is going to flow there. The market expands through your creation of a new niche, and now the vacuum has to be filled with economic energy. Do you understand? Nature abhors a vacuum. Nature abhors vacuums. Nature is abundance. So energy wants to spread out. Money is economic energy. So when the market, let's say the market is saturated, the way to attract the energy out of the market is to expand the market. So by you creating a new niche, boom, you create a vacuum, and the economic energy is going to flow there. You understand? This is how you have to see those things. So essentially, there is no limit to how much money you can attract as long as you create more and more and more and more demand. And the demand is created by creating a new niche. There is no end to money. Money is limitless, especially in a fiat currency situation, even when it comes to crypto. Okay. By the way, those of you guys who think that the economy is going to be gold backed in one way or another, it can't. It can't be gold backed. A currency cannot be gold backed. At least a currency that will finance an economy, because what really creates a growth, economic growth, is credit. You understand? And credit is based on a promise, and the monetary supply has to be able to be expanded. Okay, so no matter what happens, even if even when the US dollar, which of course it's going to collapse and all that shit, hyperinflation, reform, there will always be fiat currency. Okay, fiat currency. A lot of people call it paper money. It's not paper. It's digital money for the most part. Fiat means it shall be. It is created out of nothing, and it has to be there in order to finance economic growth, because credit is what finances economic growth. A business needs credit in order to invest into new products and new machinery to generate even more value. You see, this is how the capitalistic system works, and it has to be there in order to ensure that we keep having prosperity. But the bottom line is, there's an infinite amount of. You don't have to worry about how much money is there. It's literally infinite. It's almost like you can act as if it's infinite, even though it's not infinite. But you can act as if the energy, the money is infinite. You just have to find a way to bring it to you. And you do that by creating a vacuum in that system that will suck in the money. And the vacuum is now the art. That's the business. How do you create a vacuum? How do you create a business that attracts that economic energy? You see? That's how it works. And you do that. The best way to do it is to just create to buy existing machines, existing businesses that are like vacuums, that are vacuum cleaners that are just pulling in all that economic energy. That's what we call acquisitions, right? That's the best way to do it. Another way to do it is to invest into the entire system. There's also a financial market, right? The financial market is derived from economic activity for the most part. So when you have a good understanding of how this whole game works, you can become an investor and make money based on. You don't have to create value, but you create your understanding of the whole thing will be rewarded. That's what an investor does. You're rewarded for you understanding this whole economic game. Or if you're starting out, you have to learn how to create your little niche that starts to attract a tiny, 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 tiny percentage of this whole economic game that we call money. Okay, economic energy. It's a tiny thing. It's a tiny percentage, but guess what? A tiny percentage is can be millions of dollars. Okay, and then if you're smart, you know how to use this small amount of economic energy to generate even more, generate even more, generate even more. And at one time, you can play a bigger game. You see what I mean? Now, it is impossible for one player to own everything. That's never going to happen. Why? Because remember, this is all derived from nature. Nature wants to keep playing. It's a game that never stops. It's a game that never stops. So if one player would be able to accumulate all of the energy, the game would stop. That's why that's never going to happen. That's why all businesses, no matter how big they are, that's why all empires, no matter how big and powerful they are, have a shelf life. They will all end. Why? Because otherwise they would eventually suck up all the energy. That's never going to happen. So you will see any business. Amazon has a shelf life. Jeff Bezos has said it himself. He knows that one day Amazon's going to go out of business. It is what it is. The same with empires. All empires end. America used to be an empire. America is finished. It's done. It's never going to come back. The power is not there anymore. The energy is flowing somewhere else. The energy is flowing somewhere else, you see? This is all derived from nature. Everything that exists is derived from nature, and it's based on very, very few fundamental laws. Yeah. So, how do you play this game? Like I said in the beginning, you first of all understand the whole game, and then you position yourself right. And that's also why you have to kill your business at one point. All your businesses will you have to kill your business at one point because it expires. It's not useful anymore, and then you move on to another one. You're playing the game. You're not the game. You see what I mean? You're not the business. You're playing the game. You can't identify with your business. That would be stupid. What you do is you extract the economic energy, boom, and move it around. Yeah. What's up, Frank? How might one? Okay, got that one. Amazing answer, Frank. Thank you. I was wondering, are you hiring ritual magicians at all? Just like your OnlyFans business. And if not, any tips for an up and coming ritual magician for hire? Uh, yeah, you need to build a reputation, bro. But look, when I started doing this was 2015. On the internet it was still a blue ocean, more or less. It was still a blue ocean. Nowadays, I believe this market, this small niche, is already saturated. So I think it's not a good. I don't think this is a good way to start making money. To be honest, really. But if you want to do it, you have to. The first thing that you need to do is you have to build a reputation because your reputation is what's going to bring people to you. Your reputation is what separates you from other people, which what we call a brand. That's a brand. Okay. By the way, quick question: when you think of me, Frank White, Aurelius Sopax, what is my brand? Type in 3 words. 3 words. What are the words that come to your mind? That's my brand. Okay. Just type them into the chat. Okay, all of you, just type in what are the 3 words that come to your mind when you think of me. Yeah. To demonstrate what a brand is. In the meantime, I'm going to talk about this question here. Um, you have to build a reputation. How do you do that? You go into magical groups on Facebook and you offer your services for free. Yep. You offer your services for free and you ask the people for testimonial in advance, in return, or as an exchange. And then you collect testimonials. And once you got 50 testimonials, you're like, boom, this is who I am. And then see, people are tribal, which means there's always a tribal leader. So the people that you go for, because look, testimonials are the testimonial of a no one or nobody is not worth as much as the testimonial of a high value person. So what you do is you try to reach high value people and you get testimonials from them. Yeah. And then you use that as a value proposition. A value proposition is nothing but the promise that you are legit and that you can actually deliver on your promise. And then you use that as a way uh, to draw in followers, you know, and customers. And then you got to keep delivering. 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 Bro, I've been doing this for 6 years now. No, yeah, 6 years. 6 years. I've always delivered. Always delivered. It's fucking hard to do. You get that? Not everybody can do that. So you need all kinds of look, bro. Business is fucking hard. I promise you. And this is like, look. I mean, the Grail of the Serpent is not my business. It's basically it is a business, but it's small. It's a small business. I have others too, but I'm telling you, business will take everything from you. It will take. You got to be a real. I mean, it's not easy. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to keep delivering and to keep performing and to do what it takes. But if you're able to do it, you will make it. It just takes a whole lot of energy. Don't underestimate it. Most people are not able to do it. If it was easy, everybody's going to do it. How do you feel about people who want to begin an e-commerce business? I answered that already. What do you think is the business of the future? The business of the future. I think there are many. I think synthetic biology or personalized medicine. That's synthetic biology and personalized medicine, one massive thing. Then we got virtual reality, another one. Everything blockchain based. Somebody said cryptocurrency. Yep. NFT, everything blockchain based. Yeah. And then 3D printing. Yeah. Once again, synthetic biology or personal medicine, which includes everything from genetics to biotechnology to CRISPR technology and all of that stuff, right? So life sciences. Then we got number two. We got virtual reality as well as augmented reality, which is that's the metaverse essentially, right? Metaverse. Then we got blockchain technology, which also ties in with the metaverse, of course, right? And then 3D printing. Look, I'm into astrology. I also talk to a lot of spirits. I look into the future all the time. Yeah. And I have a suspicion. Actually, it's more than a suspicion. I'm actually looking to invest in a lot of those things. During the 2030s, the next 10, 15 years, there's a new technology that's going to come about that's going to revolutionize energy. It's pretty much a way to transfer any material into any other material, which would be a complete. That means that you can take old clothes, you can put it into that machine, and it can transfer it and transfer it into food. That's basically what I'm talking about. Because food is built of the same atoms and molecules as food. It's just in a different conformation and a different structure. Yeah, there are carbon atoms in this shirt. There's oxygen atoms in this shirt. There's hydrogen atoms in this shirt, and it's just about how you reconnect them and put them together that determines if it's a shirt or an apple. So you got all the raw material to turn a shirt into an apple, but the technology to first of all break down all the elements in the shirt into its bare minimal into its raw form and to restructure them, that doesn't exist yet. However, when you bring together 3D printing with maybe a technology of using vibration to break something down into its smallest parts, you can restructure that and turn it into something new. Now think about that. That means that you can literally take soil, put it into that machine, and that soil can turn it into gold or something like that. Now think about what that would do to the economy, to the world economy. It would completely change everything. Everything would change at that point. And that will be kind of like a gateway into new civilization. Now, I still believe that wealth is still going to be I still believe that wealth is going to be distributed unevenly. That's not going to go away, but still, it's going to be a big change. Listen, the 21st century is going to be insane. It's going to turn us into a new species, and that's what I've been basically finding out through astrological research and talking to spirits and all that stuff. So we'll see if I was right. But around the 2030s, I'm on the lookout. I'm really interested in, you all know, synthetic biology, anti-aging, all of that stuff, and also this technology, you know. And if you're early when investing in that, this is how you become a billionaire. Do you get it? Like being able to invest in these new trends that are going to come. You know, with Bill Gates, it was like personal computing. He was early when it came to that, right? This is how you become a billionaire. You gotta identify massive new industries and trends early on, and yeah, that's how you do it. Okay, so what is my brand here? the the Bronze Dawn. I like that. Okay, the Bronze Occult Mastery Ascension, Magic Mastery and Power, Magic Luxury Fitness, Powerful, Determined, Efficient, Intelligence, Strength, and Magic, Rebellion, Liberation, Mastery, Intelligent, Professional. The first word that comes to mind is professionalism. Yeah, I am a professional. Yeah, so that's my brand, you see? Now, that brand has been established and built over 6 years. So when people think of me, that's the words that come to mind. Boom. That's it. And that's how you build it. You build a brand through consistent messaging, consistent messaging. Bro, when you repeat something long enough, the people will start repeating it as well. It's like something that's that gets stuck in their mind. Why do you think I've been saying for years and years and years, I've been saying how you're a favorite sorcerer. Your favorite sorcerer, your favorite sorcerer. I'm your favorite sorcerer. Why? Because when people they put you into a category in their mind. You see what I mean? What you say is really what you say is important. It's true, but your message can be super good. Your message can be really, really perfect. However, if they have preconceived notions about you that are not beneficial, the message is not going to be heard. You see what I mean? But if you are in their mind in the category of their favorite sorcerer, you can pretty much say whatever the fuck you want. It's good. That's how they're going to interpret it. You see what I mean? That's how the mind works. So you got to brand yourself. You got to brand yourself. You got to brand yourself. You got to be consistent with your brand. I'm your favorite sorcerer. I've been saying that before I was your favorite sorcerer, but I kept saying it, and now I actually am your favorite sorcerer. Who's your favorite sorcerer? Who's your favorite sorcerer? Who's your favorite? Can somebody tell me who their favorite sorcerer is? Who's your favorite sorcerer? You've heard and seen that so many times. You read it so many times, associated with me, that I am now your favorite sorcerer. You get what I mean? This is a brand. This is how you build a brand. Who's your favorite sorcerer? Aurelius Sopax, right? Or Frank White? How is Frank White? Frank White is intelligent, a professional. He's strong. He's determined. He's powerful. He has mastery over the occult ascension forces. He's the Bronze Dawn. You see what I mean? So That's how you build a brand, my friend. Consistent messaging, consistent messaging. You know, because somebody was asking, how do you build a brand? How do I build a reputation or a good brand? Reputation comes from repetition. Reputation comes from repetition. Yeah, you are. I am a genius. I know. I am a genius. Absolutely, of course, I am. Reputation comes from repetition. Reputation comes from repetition. Reputation comes from repetition. So you are what you repeatedly do in people's minds. Uh, Frank, if someone wants to invest in this new friends, are you talking about this new trend? How much do you recommend when you invest in it? You never invest more than your investable capital. Okay, so your the capital that you can invest is essentially um, anything that you don't need. You should have a budget. First of all, do you have a budget? Do you have a budget? Budget means you have different percentages for different things that you do. So ideally, your life expenses shouldn't be more than 20% of your income, right? Boom. That's number one. And then you should have a money magnet. Then you should have savings. Then you should have an emergency fund. Then you should have education budget. Then, yeah, your life expenses. And um, then you can think about investing, you know. And that investing should, yeah, only a fraction of that. It should be predetermined how much of of that goes in there. But I would say any new trend, any new investment that you make shouldn't be more than 5% of your net worth because it's still a bet. How much can you really bet? You see what I mean? When it comes to trading, when you trade, you never bet more than 5% of your capital. You know, and I think that's a good way to go. Yeah, I think it's good. Now, if you have been if you were on my stock program, you would also learn how to calculate the risk reward ratio when it comes to an investment, which is very, very important. Because over the long run, if you only make bets where the risk reward ratio is very, very positive, meaning 3-1 or something like that, you can only win. There's no other way than you winning, right? It's just the law of big numbers. If I only make bets that are 5-1 in my favor, yes, I might lose a bet here and there, which is an investment. An investment here and there could go down. However, over the long run, I'm always going to win. And this is how you invest professionally. You got to look at the risk reward ratio, and you only make bets, only make investments where the risk reward ratio is at least a minimum of 3-1, ideally 5-1 and higher. And then you're always going to win. You can only win at that point, you see? And people that are on my stock program, they learn how to do that, the actual calculation. You can do that with mathematical precision. Mathematical precision. Professional. Somebody said professionalism. I am a professional, obviously. Professionals don't make mistakes. So you got to think in terms of mathematical precision and certainty, especially when it comes to your money. Don't fuck around with it. Don't try to catch a pump. Most people call themselves investors. They're not investors. You're a sheep. You're sheep in the fucking markets. You're being played by smart money that is driving you into pumps, that is driving you into fucking mass movements so that they can fucking slaughter you and take all the money and then crash it and buy when it's low, and they sell at the top. You see, when everybody's coming in, when you think, oh, I'm so smart, I've found a new investment because 100,000 other people are doing it. That's what most of you are doing. Let's be honest. That's what most of you are doing. You hear about it on social media, motherfucker. Once you hear about it on social media, it's not a good investment anymore. Why? Because more people know about it. Therefore, it cannot be a good investment. Why? Because it's a zero-sum game. The fewer people know about it, the better investment it is. So if you hear about it on social media, it's like a video, oh, buy Bitcoin, and shit like that. That's the moment you sell. That's the moment you sell. Why? Because now you're being tricked into buying into a hype. Understand that all of that stuff is rigged. Certain people want to move the price of an asset into a certain direction, so they go out there on the news or they put out a video, influencers, and they say, "Yeah, I think Bitcoin is a great idea. I would buy Bitcoin right now." Next time some dumb influencer, some fucking influencer goes on there and talks about buying this, buying that, buying Bitcoin, you either sell or you wait till it's about to crash or till it crashes and then you buy at the bottom. But you don't put in more of your capital. You see, it's mass psychology for the most part. So most people call themselves, I'm an investor because I got a stock trading account. No, you're not an investor. You're sheep. You're somebody. You are. The stock market is literally a means to transfer money from the people that have no clue what they're doing to the people that know what they're doing. It's literally a machinery to move money from the dumb people to the smart people. That's what the stock market is. That's what any market is actually. Crypto market is no different, or DeFi. It's a means to move money from people who don't know what they're doing to the people who know what they're doing. It's always like that. So, um, all right. What's the best way to change the programming? You gotta you gotta repeat the programming that you want to have. The subconscious learns through repetition. So what you have to do is you gotta repeat the message that you actually want your subconscious to have and repeat, and you gotta fight the negative programming because the default for most people is negative. So you gotta it's a lifelong thing. You constantly gotta bring your mind back on track to where you want it to be multiple times a day for the rest of your life. That's how it works. That's the battle. That's where the real battle happens. The real war in this world is within your own mind. You think you have enemies in the outside world. The biggest enemy is your own mind. You got to win against your own mind. And when you are able to win against your own mind, don't worry about people outside. Because they're not good. They have a strategic disadvantage. You see what I mean? All the people that you think are your enemies, they're at war with themselves. You see? So you handle yourself. You handle yourself and watch what happens. All those people that you think um, are stronger or whatever, they're not. They're battling their own mind. All of these girls that you think are so hot, they hate themselves and they have no self love. Zero, zero. They're constantly doubting themselves. So you just handle your own mind and the world is yours, man. I promise you. Handle yourself. Don't worry about the rest. Handle yourself. All right. Um, what can a right brain dominant person do to succeed with money if they feel like they're cut off creatively when they have to apply technicalities? Partner up with a person with business skills. Yeah, sure. But um, m- the language of money is numbers for the most part. So you will never. I'm really convinced that you will never be able to make a lot of money and hold on to it unless you learn accounting and finance, at least a little bit. You have to know the basics of accounting and numbers, because math, or not even math, but numbers is the language of money. You have to be able to put everything to translate everything into like percentages, and that's not hard to do. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Life is based on natural law, you know, and everything in nature can be described in terms of math. This beautiful sunset that you see out there can be described in terms of math equations. which does not take away from the beauty of it. It actually adds to it because there's a divine intelligence in all of that. It's this incredibly complex and beautiful intelligence. You see? So both of those things need to work together. Most people say I'm either creative or I'm like mathematical. No, they work together. They're whole in a holistic worldview. Everything works. Music is math. Music is just math. You know, math is geometry, and geometry is sacred geometry. And sacred geometry is essentially nature. So everything is numbers. You see, I mean, you just have to stop. School probably fucked it up for you. I get it. Okay, I can't blame you with that. But when you can look into a balance sheet of a company, you will be able to see a story of what happened there. Oh, they sold the assets. Why did they sell assets here? Or what was going on there? And oh, they cooked the books. And it's like a different story. It's like a novel. It's like a crime novel. It's like a story. And that's how you have to look at the world. Everything is math. Everything's mathematical, which does not take away from the beauty of it. It adds to the beauty. The only way, except for mystical experiences, the only way, except for mystical experiences, to look into the mind of God is math. Math is a way of coming closer to the mind of God, if you will. What makes this whole system, this universe tick? Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Like, why are things the way they are? There's a beautiful balance between the four fundamental forces in the universe, And if those were slightly different, this whole universe wouldn't exist anymore, So maybe I'm going a little bit off topic here. Okay, I get it. Yeah, don't want to sound corny here, but what I'm trying to say is basically, you'll never make money if you don't understand money. If you don't understand numbers, it's just what it is, because that's the language of it. Um, Partner up with a person with business skills. Yeah, sure. If you, you're also going to lose your money if you let somebody else handle it. Frank, do you have a stock program? Yes, I do. It's been running for a while now. Hold on. It's jumped somewhere else. Hold on one second. Yeah. If reputation is repetition, to change a negative reputation, then you have to repeat new behavior until a new image of you is created in people's minds to replace the old image of you, right? Yeah, I guess so. But it's much easier to build a new reputation with new people than to start changing, or than to try to change other people's opinion of you that already have an opinion on you. Yeah. School fucked it up, but math is beautiful, absolutely. What's your strategy for making an e-commerce work if you don't have the clients yet? Hmm. Uh, well, I mean, isn't the strategy is usually the same? You see, what I mean, you got to reach out to the people. You got to target the right people. The better the better target that they are, uh, the better they're going to respond. You see, and you got constantly got to refine. You got to refine your audience. If that makes sense. You got to refine the audience. Okay. Listen, I actually don't believe that e-commerce is the best thing to make money these days. Really, like if you got a consultation business or something like that, that would work actually way better. Consultation business. And when you have a consultation business, I would do it high end customers. Yeah. So uh, yeah. So what do I mean by that high end? No problem. E-commerce. What does it mean e-commerce? Listen, first of all, what are you going to sell? What are you going to sell? T-shirts, you're gonna sell shoes. You know, do you know how much of that shit you need to turn over to make a profit? It's insane. Insane. You see, or a decent profit even. Okay, drop shipping. Okay, you can make profit easily, but how much of that shit do you need to sell in order to make good money with it? Okay, let's say you sell some stupid shit like shoes or fucking merchandise, all that shit. That's super hard, man. It's super hard to make money. You know what's much smarter? You provide expertise in a certain field. Okay, expertise in a certain field. Ideally, you help business owners make even more money. Okay, so what's a good example? You you help business owners make even more money, or let's skip that. Let's say you are a meditation teacher. Okay, let's say you're a meditation teacher. You could do the following. Now, first of all, you got to position yourself in a certain way. Okay. So you got to think of who you are and you got to think of your customer avatar. Your customer avatar is your ideal client. Boom. The fastest way to make seven figures looks like this. You provide coaching programs for high end customers, which means people that actually have the money to pay you $10,000, $20,000, whatever. They got to pay you decent money, good money for your services. That's number one. That's the customer avatar that you have. Boom. Those are going to be stressed CEOs or something like that. Okay. A CEO that is stressed is going to, that person is going to pay $10,000 to have more peace of mind and more productivity. And of course, you got to sell it like that. I'm going to provide more productivity. I'm going to teach you techniques that allow you to create, to calm your mind, to make more money, and to be better at what you do. Cool. Now, this is the guy that you target now, okay? Your ideal customer, you're a meditation teacher. Your ideal customer is a busy CEO that is already making like seven figures a year and wants to improve his productivity and wants to improve his performance at work. And he also understands that he has to learn how to relax. Now, thank God for Facebook, because now you can create ads that are laser targeted for people like that. Listen, you don't even need a website yet. All you need is a Facebook ad, a Facebook fan page for your business. Then you can run ads and you can laser target those people. And then you tell them, okay, if you're interested in this, sign up for an email for a qualification call. Okay. So now, boom, they land on a page and they do a qualification call. They can schedule it. That's all automized. You got like calendars, shit like that, and then they schedule a call with you, a free consultation, which you can afford now. A free consultation. Why? Because on the back end, maybe you're only going to close like 20% of people, but let's say 20% of people is each customer pays you 20,000 or 10,000. You go through 100 calls, you close 20%, which means 20 people. 20 people pay you 10,000. Now you made 200 grand. You can also up the price. Now you made 400 grand. You see what I mean? And this works. It does work. Okay. So let's say those are busy professionals. That guy's a multimillionaire. He doesn't give a fuck about 20,000. Okay. He doesn't care. He's going to pay that if you promise him to make him more money, or if you promise to improve his mental situation. So you charge him 20,000. You close 20 people. You made 400 grand. Boom. Now, the workload is going to be, listen, you got 20 clients. You got 20 clients. You work with them 1 hour a week, 1 hour per week. That is 20 hours per week. So you got to work from Monday to Friday 4 hours, right? And you make 400,000. Is that good? Now, in the next step, you got to automate a lot. Okay, you got to automate a lot of that stuff. How? You create a coaching program which is pre-recorded. It's going to take a little bit of work to pre-record that stuff, and then you sell them a coaching program. That's going to be your first product, and they can buy that for, let's say, 1,000. Okay, they buy it for 1,000. Boom, but you don't work. It's no work for you, and for the person, it's like an initial step. People have to build trust with you, so they have to buy a lower cost product, and then they're going to go into the next level. So you have maybe, let's say, a few high level coaching clients that you actually work with, and then at the lower level you have products that are already created, that are automized, that you don't have to work with, but you're making money with. And you can only do that. You cannot do that with an incredibly big market. You can't do that with the whole market. The only reason why what I just said works is because you're laser focused on your customer avatar. That's the key. You see, the key is being laser focused on a very, very specific group of people. Here's what most people do. They focus on building a big social media following having made a single dollar. People haven't made a single dollar, and they focus on building their website, their social media following. I know people I know people that have social media followings of like hundreds of thousands of people with zero revenue because they thought it's about building the social media presence is not. This is something that we call branding. Branding is something for big brands. For most people, the social media game, meaning in terms of like Instagram followers and all of that stuff, you can start doing that once you turn over millions and millions and millions of dollars. Before that, it's completely useless. It's branding that you can do later on. In order to make Listen, in order to make 1 million, you don't even need a social media account. You need a Facebook account. That's true. Okay. You need a Facebook and social media account in order to do the advertising. But you don't need a big following. You can make $1 million with 10 followers. Easy. Why? Because the ads bring you targeted individuals. And if you think that it is hard to make $1 million on the internet, you have no idea. You have no idea. You're just not doing the right things. I promise you. Because do you know how much money is out there? Do you know how many people are out there who are able to pay 10, 20, $30,000? I know for you, it might be a big amount of money. For a lot of people, 10, 20, $30,000 is not a lot of money. And how you got to find those people where 10, 20, $30,000 is not a lot of money. And I tell you what, an additional benefit is that those people are high level people. Somebody that can afford $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Those are almost by definition high quality people. They are more organized. They are more mentally sane. They are more reliable, less hassle. Okay, I've experimented with this stuff many times. Okay, whenever you put out low cost products, you will attract low quality people. The higher the price of your product, the higher the quality of people. Now, if this sounds elitist, If you feel, um, what's the word? If you feel hurt by that, well, then you have to look in the mirror, okay? Because this is the truth. It's proven by numbers, and everybody in business, not everybody, but many people know that. You just got to experiment with that. The higher the cost, the better the customer. The lower the cost, the worse the customer. What people go to Walmart, best example. People of Walmart, there's an entire fucking website about it. What is Walmart? It's a fucking low, cheap, low cost, low end product. There's no people of Porsche, there's no people of Lamborghini, there's no people of Bugatti, there's no people of Versace website, right? There's no people of Brioni. You know who the people of Brioni are? Presidents. Brioni suits. Do you know Brioni suits? Do you know what that is? That's what presidents wear. Suits that presidents wear. Tailored, custom tailored suits. Italian, fine suits, you know, incredible materials. Expensive. You can spend 5,000, 10,000 on a suit. But guess what? Who can afford that? High quality people. So you got to position yourself right. So don't fuck around with low level people, man. Don't fuck around with low level products. I mean, a business is there to make money, right? A business is not there to make you known, right? So why do you focus on social media following? All you got to focus on laser targeted traffic, and then you'll make money with it. That's it. Okay, so yeah, whose question was that? What's your strategy for e-commerce? Okay, yeah, if you don't have the clients, well, then if you're in e-commerce, apply the strategy that I just laid out for you to e-commerce. Yeah. So sell high-end products and laser target high-end customers. Yeah. Listen, there are no. What's a high-end product that you could sell online? A lot of them, man. A lot of them. So so what is the best way to get money in your opinion? There's no one best way. It depends on you. Depends on the person. Depends on the level that you're at, depends on your individual talents, depends on the time that you have available. You see what I mean? So there's now no one best way. There's a best way for one individual. Yeah. What repels money from a person? Um, being untrustworthy, that repels money. How long to get skills that can be used with a high-end client strategy? Are there specific skills that can be monetized using the strategy that you can learn in a relatively short time? Really bad mindset, my friends. That is a really, really bad mindset. Really bad mindset. What you're trying to do is basically is the equivalent of using shit material and trying to it's like a fake Gucci bag. A fake Gucci bag. The product is shit. Listen, the product has to be good too, of course. That goes without saying. That goes without saying, obviously. Okay. Like I didn't mention it explicitly because I expected everybody to know that. It goes without saying. Listen, high quality people are not stupid. You can't fool high quality people, obviously. That's also why it's important the way you dress, bro. That you have to dress good if you want to attract money. Another thing here, somebody asked Anna, what repels money from a person? Looking like a fucking bum repels money from you. You got to look the part too. You know what's ugly? Poverty. Poverty is ugly. Poverty is ugly. You know what's beautiful? Wealth. Wealth is beautiful. Wealth is beautiful. You see what I mean? So you got to look the part too. Like, are you well dressed? Are you clean? Do you take care of yourself? All of these things are factors that attract money or repel it from you. Who would you trust more? A person that is wearing baggy clothes, or a person that is wearing a suit? I mean, it's obvious, man. Let me let me show you a video. Let me show you a video. Oh my god. Hopefully I will find it. Suit. 1 second. I'm looking for a video. Let's see. Almost there. Give me a second. Almost there. Almost there. Jeez, where's this fucking video? Where's that fucking video? Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna change the title. Yeah, I'm really having a problem finding this video right now. Okay, I'm gonna give you the summary of the video. Second. All right. So the summary of the video was the following. Okay, it was the same guy, the same person. This experiment was done in a busy city. Okay, the guy was dressed as a homeless man. Okay, he was dressed as a homeless man. He acted as if he was collapsing, and he laid flat on the ground, and he was even yelling for help, like "Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me!" You know who helped him or how many people helped him? Zero, nada. They just walked past him. Good. 5 minutes later, same guy, now dressed in a suit, nice looking, walks, collapses. 2 seconds later, the first person comes to help, another person comes to help him, another person comes to help him, and so on and so forth. You see what I mean? So when you dress a certain way, you are positioning yourself in a certain way in a person's mind. The person is going to automatically put you into a category. You see, and that category is going to determine how they perceive you and how they act towards you. So you tell me, what do you think attracts money? What repels money? I know there's this narrative out there that you see. I get it. Okay. You're like, oh, but all of those celebrities that have millions of dollars, they look like bums, right? Kanye West, he looks like a fucking homeless man. Guess what? It's a flex for a famous person to say, oh, I don't need that shit. They dress down. Yes. Are you Kanye West? Are you world famous? Does everybody, literally everybody in the world, know that you have a net worth of hundreds of millions of dollars? No. So once you are an internationally renowned magician with hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank, then you can dress like a homeless person. Then it's going to be cool. Okay. Before that, you better dress up so that people know where you're at on the social economic ladder. Okay. Yeah. Kanye can afford to look broke. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because everybody knows he's got money. Then it's cool. At that point, it's cool. It's like what would be the equivalent? What is it? What would be the equivalent? It's like it's like it's like a rich no like a I don't know like a muscular guy or like a beautiful woman that says I don't care about looks. Looks are not important. That's what beautiful women always say, right? Looks are not important. Looks are not that important, right? If you have something in abundance, you stop caring about it. I get it. Okay. But unless you have hundreds of millions of dollars, then you better look the part if you want to attract that stuff. It's simple. It's very easy. Um, all right. I was charging low for with my service prices. I attracted low quality clients that weren't serious. Yeah, of course. Is offering a free ebook white paper in exchange for an email counterproductive for attracting high end clients? Usually, the best way to do it is to charge a small fee so that people qualify for a first call. Okay, so if it's a high end client, I would charge them to schedule a free consultation. Sorry, to schedule a consultation. I will make the I would sell that consultation at I don't know $97, 30 minutes, and then on the consultation you upsell them to the actual service. Yeah, you always got to put a price on your time. You got to put a price on your time. And how will people know how valuable you are if not you putting a price on your time, if I may ask? Like if I would let everybody like who wants to message me, I wouldn't be able to do anything anymore. I had to train people doing that. I had to train people doing that. You got to train people to not message you for nothing. The only reason I answer is if it's a business transaction. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I have been able to train people over time. Listen, I got actually four phones, okay, but those two phones here, I got different phones for different purposes. Okay, this is a private phone. This is a business phone. Yeah, people that have that are like let's say girlfriends or something like that. They're on this blue phone. Other people are on this red phone. Literally, almost everything. Sorry, it's the other way around. Okay, so private things are done on the red phone. Business things are done on the blue phone. No one who I'm not fucking or is a family member is on that blue phone. And of course, some other exceptions, good friends or whatever. Yeah. But most contacts are on the red phone. Why is that? Man, I'm sorry, I'm mixing that up. I'm talking about the blue phone right now. Okay, the blue phone is the business phone. The red phone is for private things. So if we're fucking, you're probably here. If you're family, you're here. If you're in some other way, shape, or form close to me, you're here. Okay. If anything else, blue phone. And you got to train people when it comes to your business stuff, or when it comes to people in general. They have to know how to talk to you and why to talk to you. So when it comes to the blue phone, I know that any message that I get on here is in some way or another related to making money, and I like it that way. I like it that way. You got to put a price on your time, guys. I recommend that you put a price on your time. How else are people going to know that you are valuable if you're not putting a price on your time? If you let everybody steal your time, some low level people, then that's a bad idea. You got to value yourself first. You see what I mean? You got to value yourself. And you do that. One other ways of doing that is you don't waste your time, and you put a price on it. If somebody wants your time, they got to pay for it. Um, Frank got two phones. Kevin Great Gates vibes. Yeah, right, I got two phones. One of the bitches, one of the hoes. There's a video where people were donating to a rich girl for her birthday party, but ignored the struggling poor woman. It was the same girl, just two different scenarios. Yeah. Yep. 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 There's this video where people were donating. Okay, I got that one. Oh, bat higher cost, higher quality. Okay, bat high. Why is that? YouTube is weird sometimes because they block that comment here. Okay, bet higher cost, higher quality. Why is that? Why was that blocked? I don't get it. I'm not Elon Musk claiming he poor. I'm glad you're doing well, Frank. Been a while since I watched your content. Then you missed out, my friend. Then you missed out because I always bring jewels. I always listen. Is there one? There's not one live stream or that is not absolutely changing your worldview. Isn't that the truth? Like, am I not constantly blowing your mind? I'm constantly giving you value that you don't get anywhere else. Have you heard this shit anywhere else? Have you heard this stuff anywhere else? Have you heard what I'm telling you anywhere else? No. You heard it here. And it's always priceless, priceless information. So this is what we talk about when we try to talk giving value. You see what I mean? You always, when you open your mouth, you gotta be able to provide value. And then it's impossible for you to be poor. Impossible, literally impossible for you to be poor. If you can always provide value just by talking, the world will reward you for it. You see? So I'm demonstrating what you should do. You should strive to have a mind that is so rich that physical wealth is just a byproduct. It's inevitable. When your mind is rich, your bank account will be full. That's the truth. You literally changed my life. Absolutely true. It's good to hear that. Frank, what a day in your world like? What's a day in my world like? I don't live in one world. I don't live in this world. I live I'm from I'm from the astral plane, and I'm inhabiting this body, and I'm using this body as a vessel. I'm a greater force that is working through this body. So I'm in multiple dimensions all at the same time, you know. But if you're talking about my mundane activities, if you're talking about mundane activities, um, I wake up next to a girl, oftentimes, sometimes two. Then I leave the house and never call her again. That's not true. No, 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 that's not true. Okay, so I wake up next to a girl or two girls or something like that. Then I go do some exercise. I lift weights or I do some boxing and stuff like that. Yoga. Then I take a shower. Then I have a decaffeinated coffee. Actually, more than that too. Like my routine right now is I go to a specific coffee shop and I sit there. Of course, I've meditated after the shower, after the workout on the shower, and then I go to this coffee shop and I have between 2 to 3 decaffeinated lattes. 2 to 3 decaffeinated lattes. Decaffeinated. I'm very sensitive to caffeine, so decaffeinated coffee still has caffeine in it, but it's just a little. Okay. So I drink between 2 to 3 decaffeinated coffees, and while I'm doing that, I'm looking at my to-do list, and then I start structuring my day, and then I start my day. You know, sometimes I have to get manicures done. Sometimes I have to pick up my suits from the laundry. Sometimes I have to travel, but I always study. That's the first thing I do in the day. I read. I read a lot of books. Today I was talking about platform. I was studying platforms. Platforms. Very interesting topic, believe it or not. Platforms. Um, then I have calls with staff for my different businesses. It's like I do huddle calls. Huddle calls are basically I just keep them accountable and we talk about the goals for this week. I don't have that many. I don't have that much staff. I mostly have. I have pretty much a couple of personal assistants, and those personal assistants manage freelancers for me for different projects. It's much better to do it like that. And then right now, I'm another big project that I'm doing right now is I'm working on a big acquisition. I want to buy a big business. Also, I'm working on moving to Dubai. And there's another business that I want to put out very soon. It's called Success Subliminals that I create that I have. I invested some money in it, so somebody has created a software where people can create their own subliminals very fast, and it's like a subscription-based thing. And yeah, that's what I'm working on basically. And then um, you know, I go out, I talk to girls, whatever. Then I got my path workings, my magical. But for me, it's not like my magical stuff I do throughout the day constantly. You know, I meditate, I do visualizations, I talk to spirits and here and there. I do that throughout the day. You know, and then create a little bit of content for the Grail of the Serpent, and that's it. The day's over then, right? Pretty much. Yeah. What meditations do you do in the morning? I do transcendental meditation right now. This morning, I did a visualization first for a couple minutes, and then I did transcendental meditation. That was my morning routine. When your mind is rich, your bank account will be full. Yes. Sounds like me at Starbucks when I need to do business. It sounds cool, actually, very productive. How do you get over being stingy with knowledge? Sometimes I don't want to share what I know. Then you have a scarcity mindset. And a scarcity mindset will forever prevent you from being rich. You cannot be in abundance and stingy at the same time. You have to have an abundance mindset with everything. If you want to make money, good money, you have to have an abundance mindset when it comes to your life. You know, being in abundance starts with feeling an abundance and seeing abundance everywhere around you. I think the biggest con or the biggest The biggest lie that people believe in is that money is scarce. It's not scarce. Money is fantasy. It's not even real. There's no limit to the amount of money out there. You know? So how could it be limited? It's an imaginary thing. Ideas are limitless, therefore, the ability to attract that stuff is limitless. You know? You know who understood that? Einstein understood that. You know who understood that too? Tesla. You know who really understands that these days? Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a prime example of someone who understands the nature of the imagination and its connection to the physical world. His entire empire started in his own mind, didn't it? You know? Look, I believe any entrepreneur to an extent understands that. The connection between the imagination and a successful entrepreneur understands the connection between the imagination and the physical world. Artists sometimes do too, but artists are sometimes too stuck on the other side. How many artists do you know that are really that are good at monetizing their craft? Very few. You know, so artists miss some part. They're plugged into this other realm of imagination, but they're incapable of bringing it into the physical fully. Whereas a business person, an entrepreneur, he's also plugged into the world of the imagination, but at the same time, they're able to create something tangible with it. When you look at the statistics throughout world history of the most influential people, if you take the most influential people in history and put them into different categories, you will find in the past it was like religious leaders, um, philosophers. They're kind of like the same philosophers, religious leaders. Then you got politicians, and then you got business people, right? Now, religious leaders and all that stuff, forget about it because that's not the future. Realistically speaking, if you want real influence in the world these days, you need to do it with money. That's what gives you influence. Now, why would you want power? Why would you want that? Why would you want influence, Frank? Because that's the only way you can make things better. You know who tells you that? You know who tells you that power is bad? Evil people, because they don't trust themselves with power. So they don't trust you with it. But any good person understands that control and power is important. Why? Because then you can make things better. Don't listen to the people that tell you money is bad. Don't listen to the people that tell you power is bad. Don't listen to the people that tell you that you shouldn't look for control. Oh, why you're such a control freak? Because I want things to be better. And in order to make them better, I have to have control over them. You see? People are all fucked up. People are all fucked up in their understanding of life, themselves, and everything else. Communists, fucking communists. I'm telling you, they're the worst of the worst. They're evil. They're evil. Communism is literally evil. It's one of the most evil things you could come up with because you punish people who want to make the world better. What kind of person punishes people that are trying to make things better? An evil individual. And there are two types of people in this world: people that want to control things, and then there are people who want to control people. The people who want to control things are trying to make things better. The people who want to try to control people are the psychopaths of this world. And they are actually afraid of other people, so they try to be more evil than the rest. That's also what you find a lot on the left hand path or in the black magic community. A lot of people that dabble in witchcraft are just psychopaths. They're hurt. They're afraid of the world and they're afraid of people. That's why they want control over people. That's what they want power for, you see. But they're weak. Deep down, they're really weak. So, communism is bad. It's actually very evil. And people that want to control other people for the sake of controlling them are actually afraid of them. That's why they need control. That's a classic psychopath. Okay, classical psychopath. Um, I don't share unless someone truly wants to know. I want to focus on establishing myself, then share my wisdom I learned later in life. All right. Do you have to be obsessed with an idea you want to bring about in the beginning? I struggle to find one. I feel like everything cool has already been done. It's a hell yeah or no. Listen to your gut feeling. When you have an idea, and it's like hell yeah, then it has potential. But if it's like maybe this could work, or no, I don't want to do this, that is usually not worth pursuing. Yeah. Same with a romantic partner. You know, the romantic partner or something like that. When it's like hell yeah, yeah, I want to be with that person, then it's worth pursuing. If it's just I don't know, then should do it. Love chat XYZ. Best adulting. You're cute. All right. Come on, keep spamming. Try spamming me. Try spamming me. Love chat XYZ. Does that actually work? I would really I would really want to know if stuff like that actually works. Like randomly spamming chats, love chat XYZ. I'm giving hey, love chat XYZ, dumbass who's like behind this profile. I'm giving you free exposure. How about that? But does it actually work? Like randomly spamming the chat of other people. I really wonder what and I really wonder what the fuck oh my god, like what a pathetic existence. Do you have to forget the meaning of a sigil for it to manifest? No, you have to forget you have to um, not think about the results. When you don't think about the result, it can manifest. The love chat thing is a spy bot. I've seen that on a few of my okay. Thanks for that info. Yeah, makes sense. Of course, it's a bot. Okay. All right. Okay. Do we have some more questions or comments, guys? Some more questions or comments? Cool. Frank, I guess you're being watched. Frank, the evil genius. I'm being watched. Yeah, being watched by a lot of people actually. Yeah, but I don't want to give people ideas. I don't want to give people ideas, so I'm not going to talk about that. Can a me turn into a hell yeah with research and information? No. Usually it doesn't. Can you use a water vapor from humidifier as an evocation base as opposed to smoke? Try it out. I've never done that, so I can't talk about that. But you can try it out. With the crazy currency manipulation and governments printing money, what are your thoughts on gold and AIMVR? Yeah, I mean you should strive to have some hard assets, but I don't think gold is the best thing. It's like a hedge. You should definitely have some if you can. But what's much more interesting about a hyperinflation is that a lot of people go bankrupt. When a lot of people go bankrupt, it means that you will have a lot of hard assets become available at a low price. People will not be people will not be able to afford their mortgage, and the bank's going to put the house on the market at third the price or something like that. So the great thing about a hyperinflation is that you can take what a lot of people can't afford anymore. A lot of people are going to go broke, which means that you can basically take what they can't have anymore. You can take theirs. That's the great thing about a hyperinflation. When it comes to hard assets, I don't think gold is the best thing. Listen, the only reason why I would hold gold in a hyperinflation, in my opinion, is yes, in the first step, it maintains my purchasing power. But what is the purchasing power worth if you don't do anything with it? So yeah, it maintains your purchasing power, and then you got a small window where you can transfer that into hard assets. You take the gold that maintains your purchasing power, and then you transfer that into currency, and then buy other hard assets with it. Because hard assets ideally have a yield too. So real estate has a yield. So you can use the gold to then buy real estate with it, or you can use it to buy businesses. By the way, stocks are nothing but small shares of a business. You see. So during hyperinflation, well, okay, a lot of uh, a lot of businesses that are not publicly traded, because the stock market works a little bit different, because when you got to, with an inflation of currency, you also got an increase in liquidity, which drives the prices up, right? But um, let's say companies or businesses that are not publicly traded are going to go out of business a lot. So you can buy them at a fraction of the multiple, below book value. You can buy them at 20% of the book value. In a hyperinflation is great because everybody loses money, or everybody goes bankrupt, or a lot of people go bankrupt. And then you eat them. Hum, hum, hum. You eat them up, and they become yours. That's what it is. That's what it is. Is that immoral? I don't think that's immoral. I don't think it's immoral. Why the fuck do you get a mortgage that you can't afford, dumbass? Why is that okay? But me taking the house of that guy who just went bankrupt because of hyperinflation, he can't fucking pay the mortgage anymore because he didn't think that far ahead. Is that my problem now? Why am I the bad guy? He's fucking ruining the economy with this stupid investment. That's what's going on. You see. So yeah. So hyperinflation is great because a lot of people lose everything, and you can then take it. That's why it's great. Okay. Is it true that the word "not" doesn't get understood by the subconscious mind? For example, I will not think of a pink elephant. Will make you think of a pink elephant now. How does this work? Well, you can say certain things in a socially acceptable way and still implant that idea in a person's subconscious. You talk to a girl, you want to pick her up. Listen, we're not going to have sex. That's gonna want to make her sex. That's what gonna. That is that is gonna make her want to have sex with you, because now subconsciously, I promise you, subconsciously, in a fraction of a second, a picture was created when she had sex with you. Yeah, I mean, we're not in a relationship. You're not in love with me. I mean, obviously, you're not gonna say that because you're not in love with me. But if you're in love with a guy, you would think this and that and the others. You know, so you can get away with saying things, but still implanting that in her mind. You see, in a lot of ways, that's flirting. That's actually how flirting works. You think you keep things ambiguous. You know, flirting is very much about push pull. The way you flirt correctly is you got to pull and push at the same time. Pull and push at the same time. You know, ambiguity, ambiguity. Women are much better at that. Women are way better at that than men. You know, it's so annoying if a woman starts flirting with you and you don't want her. It's so annoying because they use their energy and their body language and all of that to create like this push pull. It's like they create tension between you and her, and you don't want her. You don't want her at all. But she's trying to pull you in, and it's so annoying with all these fucking fat chicks. I get that so many times, man. I'm not into fat chicks. Okay, I'm not into overweight women. But I get that so many times. All of these, like, I get that so many times that chicks start flirting with me, and I don't want them at all. Like, I listen, I don't want that. I don't want that. But they're like, they start to create this tension with their body language, you know, like, or whatever. They start creating tension in order to pull you in. That's the natural thing, you know. And it's fucking annoying, bro. Yeah. I deal with that sometimes. Yes, I do with yes, even guys deal with that. Annoying women that get annoying the other sex can get annoying. I get it. Like obviously I'm not a woman, so an attractive woman gets it way more than me, obviously, right? But I deal with that too. Chicks that I have zero interest in that try to pull me in because and at the end of the day, it's just about their ego. They see that I'm confident, I'm good looking, so now they want me to chase them for their ego. And I'm like, deep down, bitch, I'm not zero interest. I have zero interest in you. But whatever, fuck them. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? I'm not gonna get raped by them, am I? So fuck them, stupid bitches. But a woman scorned. Ooh, a woman scorned. That's dangerous, bro. The brain is a strange thing. That was sexy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A girl hated my guts live on stream. That I told her I love her, and she stopped and immediately started blushing. A woman scorned. Yeah. Man. Once those spanks come off, it is all over. I don't know what you mean. Once those spanks come off, uh, ad is all over. I don't understand that sentence, to be honest. Once those spanks come off, ad is all over. Yeah. They make fat chicks look like they have curves like a girdle. Okay. All right. Yeah, for me, curvy girl is just code for fat, overweight, unhealthy. That's code. That's what it means to me. That's what it means for me. It's code for fat and unhealthy. Curvy, I'm curvy. No, you're curvy. You have a BMI of 40. That's that's what's up. Jeez, okay. Your your blood type is ragu. Oh, your blood type is ragu. Um, you take selfies with Google Earth. You take selfies with Google Earth, right? Um, what else? Um, Uh, you're uh, yeah. Never mind. there's so many. There's so many fucking mean jokes that are going through my mind right now. I'm not. You're so fat, Thanos had to snap twice. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Uh, Frank, have you ever cursed out a woman because she wouldn't take no from you because she wanted you? Yeah. What do you mean curse out? I can't do that. I'm a guy. I can't curse out a woman in public. Can't do it. Like, what does it look like? Standing in front of you, fucking bitch. No, of course not. Don't do that. And at the end of the day, it's not a dangerous situation for me. I mean, you know, it's not dangerous. What is she really going to do to me? Worst case, she pulls down my pants and I don't get hard for her because she's a nasty ass bitch, you know? So that's the worst case. So there's never been like a dangerous situation. So I'm not like super touchy with it. So I don't cuss her out. It's much more dangerous for a woman. I get it. You know, women have it much harder when it comes to that because if it's a crazy guy, if he's crazy, he might really actually do some harm. You know, but what woman is really going to harm me? It's not going to happen. Um, have you seen the swim thick party that's going viral? Nope, nope, never seen it. That's like a guy's third text message being his traumas and shit. Like, bro, get away. Wow, okay, never seen that. You take selfies with Google Earth. You're so fat, Thanos had to snap twice. Yeah, okay, back to the enlightenment. That's a good one. You're so fat, Thanos had to snap twice. Okay, do we have more questions, guys? Do we have more questions? Some more questions.
Mr. Lewis, thank you for coming in with your associates. I know this is hard to hear, but we need to make some serious decisions about your mother's health. Let's be honest.
Oh, that's a Key and Peele. Check this out. All right. Frank, have you blocked ex girlfriends from your phone? I block people a lot when they don't stop messaging me. The- Not ex girlfriends. I don't have. I don't know. Hold on, let me see. I have done that, but no. Like currently, I have not blocked my ex girlfriend. It's because I don't care. Like I didn't see the need to block her. I guess just because like I don't care. I don't care. She knows that she shouldn't message me. I guess you know. I'm not gonna hide from anyone. Like what is that? Fuck that bitch. Seriously, okay. Uh, tough at times to worry about other stuff. All right. What is the relationship to wealth building and working with Pluto? You know, Pluto is the is the planet of power. So yeah, try to connect power with money in some way or another. You know, I guess. Brother Frank, I just came in my front door. What? You came in your front door? All right. What does that mean? Just what? Yeah, exactly. You came in your front door. Exactly. What is it? Like, they just jerk off your front door? Is that some sort of a protection ritual? Is that a new protection ritual that I don't know of? That's how you keep spirits out of your house. You just jerk off. You go to your front door, bro. Okay. Exclusive spiritual protection ritual, guys. Okay. Very, very important. Here's how you build a wall to keep all spirits out. Okay. And probably all all people that see you doing that, they're also going to stay away. Trust me. So what you do is you go to your front door, you stand inside of your front door, you pull down your pants, and you just start fucking jerking off. Start jerking. Start jerking. Like a man, okay? Do it like a fucking man. You get it hard like a fucking man, even though it's embarrassing. Everybody's walking past you. You don't give a fuck. If you're a man, you get hard. Even though everybody's looking at you. Even the neighbors are just shocked. You get hard, motherfucker. You get hard. If you're a man, you get hard. And you keep jerking. You keep jerking very, very fast. Very, 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 very fast. And then you scare complete strangers with your heart. Look at it. Look at it. And then you come on the inside of the door. You got to come inside of the door. Sigma male move. What is the Sigma male bullshit? I don't even know what that is. I've heard that many, many times when people are talking about, I'm a Sigma male. I'm a Sigma male. No, I think you're just an Omega male that can't accept that you're an Omega male. Sigma male moves. Yeah. You're right. It's also this spell is also you can also use the same spell to conjure up the police. You can conjure up the police by using this spell. Just jerk off. Pull out your pants and jerk off in public. You will conjure up the spirits of the police. You know. Hey Frank, are there any benefits of invoking a fictional character's spirit? Yes, you can embody the characteristics of that spirit. Okay, guys, this is like you see the level of conversation is now reaching new lows. So we're gonna stop here. 80 fan says he just came back from work. Okay, came back from work. Now, no matter what you say, bro, it sounds dirty. I came back from work. Work. He came back from work. Like, no matter what you say now, bro, everything's gonna sound dirty. Okay, came back from work. What's next? What's next? You gonna make a sandwich? Gonna have dinner. He's gonna have dinner. Right? Yeah. We know, man. We know. He's gonna make dinner, right? Enjoy your dinner. All right. So, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. I did more than 2 hours. And as long as there's demand, as long as people want to have a live stream, I'm going to do a live stream every day at the same time. I start at 4 p.m. PST. So let me know. I need 10 yeses. I need 10 yeses. If you want me to do another live stream tomorrow, type in yes into the chat. I need 10 yeses that I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow. Let me know. Go. Yes. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, we got 10. All right, so I'm going to go live tomorrow at 4 p.m. PST again. Now, I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to have something to eat. Something to, yeah, that's so dirty. Okay, that is actually going to go something. I'm going to have something to eat. Then I'm going to go sleep. All right. See you tomorrow, guys. See you tomorrow. Yeah. Bye-bye. You will.